All right. Thank you for watching AGDQ2015. We're back. Got the stream back up for you. Going to be watching some new Super Marisa Land.
So looks like maybe we're just rolling with it.
I guess.
I mean, can you
Ready when you're ready.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright then.
Super Marisa Land slow audio edition.
I'll count down. So 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, before we begin, can I get a quick roll call from the couch and the runner?
All right, I'm RaindropDry.
I'm Kermie Doodle.
I'm Sent.
I'm Yoshi Finn.
Spooty Biscuit.
All right, so this is new Super Marisa Land. So this is, I believe, our only Toho game in the marathon this year. And this is actually a Toho spin-off. It's not one of the main Toho games. We can explain that a bit later, though. So about this game, as you can see, it's very similar to the 2D Mario games. It most closely resembles Super Mario World in its game mechanics. You've got piece speed here. Once you've run along the ground for long enough. And 366 is a great time here.
Are we streaming?
All right.
The musical doesn't even finish.
So here we have a pretty long auto-scroller, so let's take this opportunity to explain what is Toho exactly. So first of all, if you want to look it up.
Okay. We fine?
So if you want to look it up, Toho is romanized as Touhou. So basically, it's actually Toho is an indie, or like as they call it in Japan, it's a doujin game. And so this is a fan game of a doujin series, which is it sounds pretty strange, but so Toho is a series of shoot 'em up games, like 2D shoot 'em up games, like Gradius, R-Type. Think those kinds of games, except like instead of spaceships, you have these magical girls who shoot waves and waves of bullets, and they're pretty intense games. So and very difficult, in fact. So it's kind of surprising that Toho would get so popular as to get a bunch of fan games. It turns out that the characters and settings are actually pretty in vogue for like shoot 'em up games, and the settings are largely from like Japanese folklore. So this game is a kind of an homage to the various games in the Toho series. So this area is the Forest of Magic, where Marisa, the main character, as well as Alice live.
Yeah. I kind of messed up the word 1 here. I accidentally took like some hits where I'm not supposed to take. Marathon. Kind of nervous. But yeah, I'm supposed to have hit here, so I can do that.
Yeah, so basically by jumping against the ceiling and then powering up, you can get into the ceiling, and then once you get stuck into the wall, you can either like walk to the left, or you can actually just get zipped downward like he did there. And
yeah, depending on some tiles as well, you can also clip through, and you can walk inside one of the tiles as well.
Yeah, and as you just saw, there are the orbs. You can also make orbs get stuck in the wall and zip.
And here's the hardest boss in the game. Oof, okay.
Yep.
Okay, so what just happened here is a reference to the previous game, the original Super Marisa Land, in which Alice was a playable character, and she was basically hard mode, and if she took a mushroom, she died. And so by tossing the mushroom at Alice, she dies instantly.
Exactly.
This is just a cute little Easter egg, and of course, the fastest way to kill
There's
her.
a lot of Easter eggs on this game as well. We're gonna come up with some as the words go by.
Yeah, so this area is based on the 8th Toho game, Imperishable Night. So you've got this bamboo forest that you have to go through to get to the rabbit's hideout. And these rabbits actually come from the moon, but they're here in this bamboo forest.
Mm-hmm.
And so the power-up that goes with this world's theme, it lets you hover in the air for a short time. But it's not like really broken like the Super Mario World cape, because you slow down when you hover. Right. It's
So
kind of tricky to get through these
what I tried
vines.
to do there is like a trick, a frame perfect trick, where I press jump and up at the same time at the ledge of the vine, and that would keep my momentum through the area. But it's really, really difficult, and I'm not really, really consistent at it. It's kind of hard.
Oh yeah. So actually this, well, like Super Mario World and a lot of the other Mario games, there's secret exits in various levels.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, this world in particular is like the Forest of Illusion, in that like almost every level in the world has a secret exit. So you got to find the right path through this world in order to clear it. So there's actually let's see, 6 levels with secret exits in this world. You only need to go through 3 levels. So after this, we're off to the boss stage.
Yeah, and this next stage is kind of a reference on Super Mario Brothers, the far level, the castle from the 4th world, where like there's multiple ways and you have to pick a right way. Where if you pick the wrong way, the level restarts. And so I'm gonna be doing like some weird jumps through this entire level.
Yeah, the paths through this level are kind of elaborate.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I think this part coming up.
So in this room, there's early on there's a hidden switch which would actually guide you through the path by showing some stars that you can collect. To follow
Going
the
through the wall,
path.
by the way.
But because he knows the path, he doesn't need to hit the switch to see it.
Yeah, sometimes when you enter doors, then you just like pass through like that. It's weird.
So in this boss, it can like this boss is like one of the bosses where luck is a factor. As in, if the boss it can like spawn or not spawn at all, and if it doesn't spawn, it wastes like 10 seconds. I'm happy to announce though that it spawns all the way, all the times. Right. Okay. Oh, nice jump.
Yeah, that was a late spawn in the last hit, but at least like Kelly didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. She spawned us rods. Usually she doesn't spawn at the first round. It's very often that she spawns in the other rounds. So I'm gonna be taking a part up here. And it's gonna be for safety on the next level, because the next level is also another bug feature factor that I need to do correctly, otherwise the word's gonna be really slow.
Yeah, so the world coming up is based on embodiment of Scarlet Devil. So in order to get to the Scarlet Devil mansion, you have to cross this huge lake and battle a bunch of fairies on the way. So they took that opportunity to make another Mario reference, which you see.
Right here. So this level is really difficult. Ah,
That's fine.
it's fine. Okay, I'm fine. So
yeah.
those fishes usually are really terrible most of the time. the spawns that they do usually covers the entire screen, and it spawns like in bunches, and it's very hard to dodge and very unpredictable. So if you take a hit there, you need like another power up for this level. Otherwise, you won't be able to do early skip, early cycle on the crusher coming up.
Yeah, so again, the swimming is sort of like the Mario games.
Yeah.
You just like press a button to swim up, and that hit was intentional.
Yeah, that hit is intentional, so I can go through here. Like so.
Yep.
My apologies for laughing. It's just that the music is incredibly calming.
Yeah. This music is like one of the best musics in the game.
Alright, so we were talking about zipping earlier, and you can make that switch zip through the wall to put it in a good position so you can hit it without slowing down. So that used to be kind of an inconsistent thing, like sometimes we had to stop for a second to make sure we landed on the switch. But that was a really nice trick.
Do you know who discovered that?
It was RaindropDry.
I
think.
found that.
Okay.
Oh, get in there. If I died there, I'd cry, man. So, by the way, this next level is very exciting.
It's actually the longest auto-scroller
This
in
is
the run,
like
I
the
believe.
longest auto-scroller in the entire game.
But that's okay because it introduces the best power-up in the game.
I agree.
Probably a good time for a great donation comments, huh?
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
time
it's a
for
good time for
donations.
donations.
All
I just
right.
want to point out that I will be getting a power-up that is very important for the next few levels. And losing this power-up will be really big, and I hope I don't really. Alright, so go on.
All right, we've got a few donations here. First one comes from K Doodle, Katie Copeland. She says, "Hello, my best friend. I miss you already, but I know you're having a great time. Good luck on your run, and big thanks to the crew behind this year's AGDQ." Thank you, Katie. Also have one from Doki. $10 just says, "I want to let the world know Marisa is the best Toho."
Maybe.
Let's not start that debate.
Yeah, let's not getting to that.
Spirited opinions on who might be the best.
We only have one more from Angry Cow, who just donates $75 and says, "Moo."
Oh,
Always good to see some Toho in the lineup.
That's a
We do have one $25 comment from Warren Miller. He just asks, "Can you explain the kill the animals or save the animals thing? Thanks, look forward to this every year." And very briefly, that is a Super Metroid bid war.
Alright, so the next level coming up is the boss stage of this world. Although you don't actually fight the Scarlet Devil herself, you just have to take care of her librarian.
So this is a reference to another fun game called Mega Mario. And the robots you see would be the last boss of that game. And there's a really hard skip on this level, which will be the bot skip coming up. But I'm not gonna do it because doing it would be very risky, and I have high chances of dying, and I can't afford dying in this level at all.
Basically, he could have squeezed in between that bot to go ahead of it instead of waiting for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a frame perfect trigger.
No, it's like 3 frame.
It's a couple of frames, but it's really
It's still very precise. Yeah, so
Nice.
here's the first boss where we, instead of stomping it 3 times, you just like shoot 15 orbs at it to defeat it. Basically, 5 orbs would be equivalent to 1 stomp of damage. So you have to bring Reimu from potentially
Yeah.
like a couple of levels.
Yeah,
back.
Reimu is really important through the entire run, and Suak is also really important on this level because I'll be able to skip it entirely.
The boat skip.
Yeah, the
so
boat skip.
the water right now is constantly pushing him downwards, and without the frog power up, he would not actually be able to swim across. But every Toho speed game requires a boat skip, and this is the one in New Super Marisa Land.
Exactly.
Quite mandatory.
It's quite mandatory. Otherwise, it's like 1 minute of autoscrollers, and nobody wants that.
So this world here is based on Perfect Cherry Blossom, and basically you have to find the source of this endless winter, and you have to venture to the desert world in order to take care of what's going on. So you're gonna see some kind of like ghostly enemies as well as snow.
Lots of things inspired by Japanese
Yeah.
folklore and demons.
It's also like kind of an reference of Toho 10.5, I think. The Scarlet episode, because Yoyoko likes the snow on that game. So I'm gonna lose my Suako here, my Suako power up, and this upcoming level, man. This upcoming level, man. So I have a friend, and he really likes the big stuff, you know. And I'd like to dedicate this level to him. I'd like to dedicate this level to my friend Zax.
And I think that's all we can.
Yeah, I have no commentary right now. Shout out to Zax.
This is a pretty nice level for casual play because this is the easiest way to farm lives when you're playing casually.
Uh-huh.
So if you ever find yourself lacking in lives, you can just pick up the Super Mushroom power up and run through all the enemies and get a lot of lives along the way. As you can see, he's run into so many enemies that every enemy is just giving him an extra life.
Yeah, and the Juggler Fairies, each ball they are juggling are count as an enemy. So if you bounce and then you get 1-ups from them as well.
Does anyone actually explain the category?
Ooh.
Oh, so the category right now is all mushrooms, which basically means that it's kind of an all worlds category. Every boss in the game gives up one of the mushrooms. The full title of the game is actually, I believe, Marisa and the 6 Mushrooms.
Yeah, the six magic
so
mushrooms.
Kind of like the 6 golden coins in Mario Land 2. But there's an any percent category that you can actually take secret exits to skip a lot of the boss stages, and it ends up being about 15 minutes long.
Yeah, about 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's like 11 minutes actually because there's a wrong
Oh,
warp,
yeah.
and that's a little bit more in depth for the game. I'm not really gonna use the wrong warp in this category, so. In this level here, I also cannot take a hit at all. In fact, taking a hit here and on the next few levels are going to be really bad, because otherwise I won't be able to do the levels correctly. Because overall, a run of this game is pretty much part of management, and you need to carry certain power-ups to different levels.
Yeah, once again, unlike Super Mario World, there's no super broken power-up like the cape, so you end up using a bunch of different power-ups actually to get through the levels.
And this level here is also one of the levels where I need racing.
This is really hard. One more.
Oh! Okay, got it.
Nice.
And now here comes the quick kill.
So this is Yomu, and we're gonna throw her at her own soul.
Okay.
So normally you would have to jump on that boss 3 times, but each time you jump on her, it would cause the soul to become bigger, and you would have to shrink it again. But by killing her with fireballs instead, then it allows you to only have to do that in one cycle without constantly making the soul shrink.
It probably saves at least 8 seconds, even if you do that other strat really well.
So, I'm going to do this level a little bit different. I'm gonna do it a little bit slower. There we go, I want to show that. So, this is actually slower because the power-up you get on this level is the Yukuri. And the Yukuri is really fast. You would go way faster than this on this entire level. But that's fun. I like to do that. And I don't like Yukuri. Yukuri has like really weird controls. Once you start running, you can't really stop, and you can't really have a control on it.
Yeah, I believe we are going to see that Yukuri.
Yeah, we're going to see Yukuri over here, though.
It's okay, RDD. You just gotta take it easy.
No.
You'll see it in a moment, but the Yukari is basically the equivalent of the blue shell power-up from New Super Mario Bros. So it's quite a pain to control.
You also cannot stop it as easily.
So here's Yukuri. And that's gonna be the last time we see Yukuri. The one and only time. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, and this world is based on Subterranean Animism, the 11th Toho game. And
the best
it
one.
mainly takes place underground, and you're basically adventuring to the underworld. So you're going to see some fire traps and lava later. So it's faster to slow down in order to get full speed for the last part here.
Okay.
Nice.
So this next level is supposed to be a maze, a labyrinth, but it's a speedrun. We don't like mazes very much, so we're just gonna go through the corridors.
Yeah, this stage actually takes a while to figure out casually. Like I probably timed out once or twice when figuring this out for the first time.
Gonna switch power-ups here because I need to carry the teacup for the boss. And now I need to take a switch. Okay. So this next level, hopefully, if I do it correctly, it's gonna be something.
Yeah, and here's where the power-ups come into play again.
Okay. And another one. Oh, okay. So we pretty much are skipping a lot of the level right now.
And you have to wait for a long time for those fire bars to pass by if you try not to get hit.
Yeah,
so you just get hit.
There's actually a faster way to do that, but it's really difficult and it requires like a lot of precision.
Alright, this next level introduces this little beam cannon here, which will take in fireballs and fire out a laser, but it's only going to use it right at the start here. After this, though, there's a super tight sequence of jumps and flutters with the...
Okay.
Nice.
No.
If he gets it all right, it'll look really neat. Nice.
Okay.
Nice. That's definitely one of the harder levels in this world, and he just nailed it.
Yeah, that skips a moving platform ride basically, so it saves a lot of time. Alright, so we're gonna see where the Reimu power-up comes in.
Yeah, as with a lot of the other bosses in this game, it's much faster to just use the Reimu power-up with the yin-yang arms. It's much faster than the normal intended way methods to kill the bosses.
We'll get up there.
For this boss, you're supposed to use that beam cannon that they introduced in the last level, but that's really slow because you have to stomp on her head to get her to spit a fireball, and then suck up the fireball and wait for it to charge and fire, and you have to do that 3 times. It's really slow, so...
Oh no. I messed up.
There we go,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, what I was supposed to do there is I was going to hit her, stomp her once, and shoot behind her back, but I accidentally pressed forward too much, and that kind of threw me off. And this next word is one of my favorite words to speedrun, and also one of the hardest, I'd say, together with 45. It introduces a new power-up, which would be the Tenshi power-up. It is a power-up that lets you make a platforms, so you can use them like this. The platform that falls will kill the enemy that is below it or in front of it. And I really need this to do the next level correctly. And I have a really high chance of dying.
Yeah, this next level is super scary, but if he gets it right, it'll look absolutely awesome, so be hyped.
Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay.
Well, the power-ups aren't super critical for this next sequence of levels, but you still do have to do this first part without Tenshi.
Yeah, which is kind of slow because platforms like really.
This is why that
No.
this is why that platform power up is really important, because these platforms are slow.
But I see we get the power up under there. Okay. And last but not least, airwalk.
Airwalk is the most important trick. It's RNG manipulation, we swear.
Yeah,
Probably.
you know the game, right? Alright, I'm gonna try this once. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to make some very precise jumps in order to get up to that air current. Oh, and by the way, this world is based off of Mountain of Faith. You're basically climbing this mountain to reach this shrine that's being newly built, and they have some sort of deity of wind there, so that's why there's the air currents and stuff. So you'll see more air currents in the next stage.
Kind of a little reference to the Pokies from Super Mario World. These guys' heads have kind of weird hitboxes though, so sometimes you take unexpected hits, but it looks like he made it through alright.
Yeah, that was good.
So this is one of the bosses where we don't use fireball to kill, because I tried to find ways to kill with fireball, but kinda doesn't work because it floats, and jumping and smashing is jumping and mashing is kinda difficult. And this is a knife, the burst toho. Just kidding. Okay.
Nice.
So I made this platform here so I can get the mushroom faster. Like this. If I jump early enough, I can like go completely off screen. But I don't have the right audio cue for that right now, so.
So we're actually coming up on the last world already here. Just one transition level between the two.
You guys have time for one quick donation. I've got one here for you.
Go ahead.
From DJ Sama 8. Greetings from your regular viewers, DJ Sama, K-Doodle, Haru, Perks, and Venpits. We are all cheering you on and hope you're having a great time.
Thank you, DJ Summer.
So yeah, the last world we're coming up on is based on the 12th game in the series.
UFO.
UFO, Undefined Fantastic Object.
Yes.
Something like that.
So I'm going to be taking a hit here, so I think I can get momentum and go to this level faster. There's not much to this level, and the next level is going to introduce a new power-ups of some kind. It's not really a power-up, it's something that lets you go slow and it's not really useful. It's a bad power-up.
It is needed for a couple of secret exits, though. So we do need to get it.
Yeah, I do need to get it anyways. Okay. So I skip getting a lot of UFOs over there, which would otherwise make this level way slower. And here's a special ones where we need to go to get the secret exit of this level.
It's also worth noting that similar to the U3 power-up, getting a UFO makes you lose your current power-up and locks you into the UFO, so
Yeah.
he can't switch out of this until it just times out like that.
Or you get another power-up. If you get another power-up, you switch out as well.
Yeah, that's right. If you get a new power-up, it replaces the UFO immediately.
There's actually a boss coming up that uses that fact to their advantage. Which is
Oh, that's a bad place to get a power-up.
This stage is actually interesting in 100%, which he's not doing. I just like to point out all of these houses he's skipping. If you wanted to collect all of the red stars in this stage, you would have to go into all of those houses, and each one of them requires that you use all of the different power-ups in the game.
Oh, that's actually another level.
Huh?
That's actually another level.
It's another level? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, but this level...
Someone else take this away from me.
It's no problem, man.
Okay, so
Let's
coming
here's a
up here,
frog.
we've got a bit of a tricky auto-scroller, but it's still an auto-scroller, so it's probably a good time to read some donation comments.
Yeah, by the way, the next few levels are auto-scrollers.
Yeah, there's
which
auto-scrollers
is-
most of the way through.
Which is like lame.
Okay.
But yeah, feel free to read donations.
No problem. We've got a $20 donation from Joe Forever. Great run so far. Glad to be donating during the Toho game. Good luck, and don't forget that Master Spark solves everything. We have a $50 donation from Toriel Shalna. Yay for Toho. Always love donating as a huge gamer and someone who's lost too many family members to cancer. Thank you. We've got a $30 donation from Kenta Kurodani. Shoutouts to my friend at #Toho on Esper. Awesome place for people newer to the series. Major shoutouts to Crimmy Doodle and RaindropDry for introducing Toho to the AGDQ crowd. Put this towards runner's choice.
Kill the animals.
That's my boy.
Yeah, man.
So coming up here on the boss level, we got kind of a dual reference, both to the setting for the second half of the Toho game UFO, and also, as you can see, to Super Mario Brothers 3 airships. So once again, it's another Autoscroller. So we'll be here for a little while.
Yeah, one thing important to notice though is that I get 2 power-ups over here. One at the very beginning from a secret block, and this one also from a secret block. I really need to carry those power-ups to the last level.
That was actually fine.
Yeah, that was actually fine. There's no problem with that.
He just needs the power up in reserve there.
Yeah, in a little while, he's actually going to be forced to take a UFO, which completely eliminates your current power-up anyway. So as long as he just holds that thing in reserve, it's no problem at all.
There's a life over here. Ah, gonna be life, man. Got it.
Yeah, this game likes its hidden blocks.
Yeah, the game really likes hidden blocks.
You have to show off the thing that you got post-game.
Which one?
The one up in the post-game screen.
Oh. If you want, if I have time.
Okay, so this is next boss, Nue, and she's such a nice girl. She just tries to give you power-ups.
Yeah, really nice.
But
Oh!
yeah, in all seriousness, though, as we explained before, taking another power-up while in UFO immediately ends the UFO. So during that fight, it would result in you immediately plummeting to your death. So
I was really lucky. So you're pushing the last level right here. And it's
So
really
yeah, last couple levels, and hey, the next one, guess what? It's an Autoscroller.
Yeah.
But this time it scrolls twice as fast. It's quite a twist.
It's really hard.
I'm actually a bit nervous for this level because sometimes there's gonna be platforms, and platforming is difficult, I guess.
And this trampoline here.
Is the last boss. Oh, okay, we made it. Thank you.
Yeah, the trampoline blocks are kind of finicky, and sometimes it just seems like at random. Sometimes
it's
you don't
pretty
get your
much-
full jump.
It's pretty much like the Super Mario Brothers, the original Super Mario Brothers trampolines, in which you have to press the button in a very precise time, so you can jump as high as possible. So it sometimes results in deaths. Oh my god. Okay. Oh Jesus. Okay. We're fine.
Okay.
We're fine.
Yeah, it's very important to keep the ring
Yeah, it's
power
really
up for
important
the
to keep
final
the power
boss.
up.
So yeah, coming up on the final boss here, and once again, as with most of the other bosses, having the fireball power up makes
Yeah, and
it
this
much
boss-
faster.
And this boss, unlike the first one, is like really difficult.
The time is after the screen.
And
Appears on the
I'm gonna tell when to time, by the way.
Yes, on the, yeah.
We use a different center time. Anyways, this boss is really difficult, so I really need to pay attention. You can see it's a big mushroom. And okay, we're done. It's not time yet.
So yeah, normally he launches these little spores that you have to stop by bouncing on like a shell and then throw them back at him. But
Oh man, the time's like music cue here. And time. Nice. thank you. So this is a nice credits where you can break the blocks of people you don't like. I can make that there. Oh, I want to be able to make hair. Oh, that's it. Do I have time to show stuff? Do I have time to show the stuff up? Do I have time to show stuff up? Some stuff on the game? Oh, okay.
We did have an awful setup.
Yeah, okay, it's fine. Yeah, thank you for watching.
All right, that was RaindropDry with New Super Marisa Land. Let's give him another round of applause.
Thank you.
Already did. Your purse. We have it.
Yeah. That was New Super Marisa Land. Slow music.
Slow music.
Slow music. No. Yes.
Watch the card.
Yeah.
So I can go to. Thanks for watching AGDQ. That was New Super Marisa Land. We're going to take a quick break to commercial real quick, and we'll be right back with you.